Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very unfortunate video. What happened to my collection while I was away for a couple of weeks in the Middle East? This will happen. I will get plant deaths when I travel for a couple of weeks away from the collection, but this was not my fault. In this situation, one of my beautiful cacti got root rot from the heavy rain that happened the day before I left. It was really bad, to the point where I think we were leaving for Las Vegas. The rain was really bad right before I left, the day before I left, and the whole collection in the front of the house, which are all cacti and succulents for the most part out here, are all my hardier plants. They got drenched with heavy rainwater and I was really stressed out. I didn't know it was raining at the time, and then when I seen the rain, then I came out here really quickly to cover the front part of my collection here with like a shower curtain. But for whatever reason, it was too late for this, and over the course of the couple of weeks post rain, this beautiful rare plant of mine got root rot. So in today's video, as you can see, we're gonna just go through all three sections of the plant, because every single section on the bottom of the plant is rotting, and I want to go ahead and save what I can and start all over. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get my pruning scissors and save what I can. And I hope this inspires you that if this does happen to you for X, Y, and Z reasons, please don't throw away your plant babies. You can go ahead and save what's left, make new babies, and then start all over again. This is very unfortunate because this thing was thriving and doing so well in my collection until the rain got it, and it just looks awful. And again, I wasn't here to catch it. I'm just gonna get my pruning scissors and start from scratch, and then once this does callus over, I'll come back to finish part 2 of the video, and they're just gonna go back into a planter in the greenhouse and just kind of grow in there until they become a full plant. This is living in coco coir and pumice, so, and orchid bark as well, I see. So very hardier mix here, but for whatever reason, take a look at that. That looks so bad. So let's get started. Here goes nothing. This is the point of view that I'm gonna do for this plant, and I'm gonna save this mixture, but just get rid of the rotten parts. I'm gonna try to take from right here and see what I can save. Ooh. Okay, let's see. This part is still good actually, so let me take this. I'm gonna try to save this section here because that's still good. And this, okay, good thing I could save that. Let's put this on the side here. This here, I'm gonna cut here and then just let this callus over. Maybe I can save this. I might actually cut off this section here. So let's see if I can save this. I don't mind trying. Now this, I'm gonna have to just go in on each trail here and start all over. Wow, this is very painful for me to do. I can't believe it. This is looking really rough too. I'm just gonna cut off the ends like this and see what I can do. For now, I can always make the adjustments after I try to see what it will do for me. Ooh, that's bad too. Okay, I'm gonna try to just maybe save this section. There's a little bit of rotting here, but that is pretty much the whole plant. So let's get this whole section out of here without making a mess. See what's going on here. Wow, unbelievable. I always get nervous when I leave the collection for weeks because I never know what I'm gonna come home to, and this is it. I came home to this. Strange thing is like, I didn't think this was gonna be the plant that I was gonna come home to. That gave me a lot of drama. But for whatever reason, when I look down in here, this whole section in here is rotten from the rain. And this is a pretty hardy mixture. but it really rained like hours, heavy. So I'm dumping this and we're moving on. All right, let's take a look at this section because there's a lot I'm gonna have to just say bye to. Okay, let's cut from here. Let's see if I can save this. Oh, it's thick. Okay, now this you're gonna have to go. This is not savable. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep the rest. I'm gonna cut this section off. A little bit of this. So I'm gonna try to save this. We'll see. I don't know. I'm hopeful. Okay, now this can go. I'm gonna save this. Save this section. And save this section. Okay, and then I'll save this section. All right. This whole section is going to go. Ooh, this is so painful for me to do. Yikes. Look at this. So, saying goodbye to that. Alright, last section, which is like the worst. I don't think I can save anything from here. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna just save this section here. This is like the worst one. This section I can save. Let's see, this is gone. I might be able to save you. No. This is gone. This is pretty much gone. I mean, I can try to save just for an experiment. I don't know. This right here. Same thing for this. I can try to save this. I think these are not savable at this point. I can try to save this right here. And this whole thing is going in the trash as well. Oh my goodness. Take a look at that. The downside of plant. Now I have all of the cuttings here. I don't know. It's looking rough here. They look very sad. This is the biggest section I could save. I'm gonna let these all callus over. So this is everything that I was able to at least try to save. These are a lot of cuttings. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this callus over. I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll continue the video for part 2, putting it back in a nursery planter in the same mixture, because it was doing really good in that mixture. And I will keep you guys posted in the upcoming months when this plant is giving me roots and giving me signs of life again. But this is very unfortunate, but I like to share the good and the bad sides of plant life, and things that happen to me in real life I'm sure is happening to somebody out there, and maybe you guys can relate and learn something from this. So I hope you guys found this useful, and hopefully I'm gonna wrap up part 1. I'm about to teach my client of the day. And I hope this inspires you to save your plants. If you see any signs of rotting, again, I was gone for about 3 weeks, and the heavy rain happened the day before I left on vacation. And this is what happens when you have too much water on your plants and then you leave for several of weeks and don't catch it. But at least I was able to try to save this amount of the plant. So I'll keep you posted. I'll watch this as it callus over, and then I'll continue with part 2. Hey guys, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to part 2 of today's video. So it's been several days now, and actually it is nice and warm. I want to say it is 71 today, and I'm heading to Las Vegas in 3 days. So I wanted to go ahead and at least put these cuttings into the new nursery planter with the same exact soil, because it was happy in that soil mixture, which is coco coir, pumice, and orchid bark, and worm castings. And then this is going to live in my greenhouse, and hopefully in the upcoming weeks it'll grow some roots and I will eventually get my whole plant back. So I'm going to put the point of view towards this section here so you can see what I'm working with, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing the process of me saving one of my rare plants. My cuttings look pretty sad, So if you see on the bottoms of each end, they are calloused over. So I'm just gonna do my best to try to save what I can, and I'll check on it when I'm back from Las Vegas to see if there's any progress. I'm gonna just kind of find placement for them throughout this planter. I may even go in and maybe chop this section off. I'll do that when I'm done placing everything in here, and do any more trimmings that I need to do if the plant is not doing good. Like this, I'll trim off. Let me get them situated in here first, then I'll do some trimming of the parts that are looking a little more rough. And then once I find placement in here, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the planter with more mixture and wish it luck. Welcome to Santa Monica, California. This area where I live is very noisy compared to like nighttime. Nighttime it is so quiet, so I'm gonna have to chop off that end there, because then it's just gonna trap. All of this is calloused over. This is probably not savable, so this is gonna go. And I hope that I'm able to save at least something. So this is everything in here. Look at that. Now I'm just gonna go in and try to not make a mess here, and get some soil to cover the end portions of these cuttings to save them. And hopefully I'll see some progress in the upcoming weeks. Poor plant, but at least I came home in time to at least save partial sections of the plant. So that looks good. Didn't want to bring out my potting bench or anything just for this, so just working on my ottoman here. Just making sure that each cutting on the bottom is covered. It's a beautiful day here in Santa Monica. I'm so happy to be back home. Actually, Abby and I went to the beach this morning for a workout. Yeah, this section, I'll take it out. Doesn't look good. Let me get the rest of the soil mixture in here. Okay. Have a little bit left, so I want to make sure everybody's looking happy. Poor plant. Okay, that looks good. Again, something like this, I'll be keeping an eye on it. Like, I'll look at it at least twice a week to see if there's any progress, or if it doesn't look happy, then I can try to troubleshoot and maybe get rid of more parts of the plant that are not looking happy. But I think this is good. I'm just gonna go in on this section here, get a little bit more soil, cocoa coir mixture in here. Okay, and I'll do the rest of this section. Good. I'm making sure everything is looking happy in here. And I wish this plant luck. This section I'll probably chop off, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to see if this is going to work for the plant. That is gonna wrap up my video, part 2 of saving my plant that got ruined by the rain right before I left to my big trip. I was gone for 3 weeks, but like I said in the beginning of the video, the day before I left, it rained really heavy and I came back to a plant that was not happy, but I'm trying my best to save it. I'll go through this plant again one more time. I'll probably cut here and cut here and any of the parts that look really sad, so it doesn't ruin the whole cutting. And hopefully in the future this will come back to life and into more new plant babies. So I hope this inspires you. If you have a plant that struggled with too much water, too much rainwater, don't throw away the plant. Try to save what you can and start all over, propagate from them. And that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads between the main channel Monday to Friday, the vlog channel Saturday and Sunday. You get a video each and every day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye.